you're the first. All right, let's see. If there's a delay, you're the only one on the stream. Actually, hold on, let me post it in the general channel. All right. So do you have a progress track you want on? I should plug in my headphones. Ooh, turn that volume down. Open Discord. Yo, what's up, Doug?
Hello.
For any of the viewers right now, if you have an in-progress track you want to share with us so we can listen to it, give you feedback, just drop the link in the chat. Probably do this for another 10 to 20 minutes, so maybe I'll start putting one together here. We'll start with, I don't know, let's pick some fun loop in my collection. It's always nice to start with a loop to, get the creative juices flowing. Ooh, that's loud. 1 second. Also, it's just kicks. I don't know how much of a Latin vibe I'm feeling, but ooh, that's still too hot. All right. All right, let's go with that. So it looks like it's at 138. It's an F. So drop that here. Switch our tempo to 138 so we don't have to loop it. All right, perfect. So yeah, I guess we would start off with just playing the loop, and then I'm going to bring in the anyone on the live stream who wants to share an in-progress track, so we can give you feedback on it, just drop it in the chat. Computer? All right, so I got this nice bass loop going here, so let's find a nice clap. Want something a bit crunchier. Actually, let's see what some more ones we got there. Why don't we layer this one and the DMX just to give it some, I don't know, interesting texture. That here, put this one there, and then around here, let's start bringing in the claps. Maybe we can just find a yeah, let's try that one. And then we'll bring in the kick, you know, after 8 measures. All right, so add some rides, some audio, drag this over here, and do it right there. Gonna need to warp this with beats mode, transients going forward. It's originally at 125, so there we go. So what does that give us? Oh yeah, starting to cook here. Actually, sorry, we can bring it in right here. Maybe like snare roll there. Again, for the people on the stream, if you have a track you want feedback on, drop the link in the chat and we'll give it a listen. In the meantime, we're just cooking up some new beats. Yeah, let's just try that one. That there. And then just draw a bunch of 16th notes. But we want to give it a little bit of dynamics. Do like that. Print it to the end. And of course, we want to, I think I want to trim the edges a little bit. Yeah, and then also make sure we're starting it right at the beginning. I'll filter out this, and then we want to open up the filter. Honestly, we probably want to cut it even more. And then we'll open up the filter over time. Yeah, so let's make these 30-second notes at the end. Shorten that up. And then we'll also do a pitch envelope to make it rise up. That sounds a little, the pitch rise sounds a little bit weird, but it might just be, you know, maybe we can use a frequency shifter to make it a little bit more interesting. Put that on there. Frequency shifter, show automation, do that. Okay, that's pretty dope. And now we'll bring in the kick. Got the hi-hats, got the claps, got the hi-hats going. Kick, and then obviously got to duplicate the bass. And I want to go for like kind of a breaksy drum bass kind of feel. So that's pretty nice. All right, let's pick that one. I've got sample in. Do there. All right, this is actually needs to be, all right, let's make this a little shorter so we have a little bit more control. Okay, and then maybe doom gat. And we'll do 2 hits there. Cool. All right. All right, we got our first track to listen to here from Ascetic Shadow. All right. Oh. I think you need to include the secret key as part of your it's so like if I go to my page and I go to my tracks and like here's the secret one, then I click share. Got to make sure to include that bit at the end with the S minus. Okay. Sweet. All right. All right. So we got our first track, Found Objects from Shadow. Yes, it did work. So let's give it a listen. Or let me drop that link here in the live stream. So first track is Found Objects by Ascetic Shadow. Oops, let me delete the extra query params. All right. Yeah, a lot of great ideas in there. Really loved the mood, the ambience, um, kind of the sort of like organic feeling. Kind of reminds me of a track you might hear at Burning Man, at like a late night party, maybe in a large dome with carpet on the floor. um, One thing I noticed that may or may not be what you're going for is, um, in this middle section here, you have some of your percussion that are kind of playing a bit off grid, maybe more off grid than you want, um, perhaps. Um, if they are loops, you may have warped them a little bit, or they might not be warped, in which case they're not on the grid at all. And things, of course, don't have to perfectly be on the grid. Um, you know, you can sometimes get a much more organic sound if they're not on the grid. So it's like kind of a fine balance there. Here, I'll just play this section again so you can hear what I'm talking about. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so it's yeah, like I said, it's not like bad per se. It's just something that stood out to me about that part. So it might take a little bit more adjusting. The vibe shift in the last part, I'm working the chords and lead and bass. Yeah, I thought that was actually a really nice progression. I love when that kind of big, crunchy synth bass kind of came in. And also I love that like high kind of tinkling arp that you played. And yeah, the way you set the stage in the first part of the track with kind of the more subdued ambience, sort of like jungly vibes. I thought, yeah, that was a nice place to take it later. Later in the track when you pull back a bit, you bring it down to like just a couple instruments, then you bring the kick back in, and then you amp up the energy with some of those like higher frequency elements. I thought that was actually really effective. Why don't we listen to it again since you're here? Maybe another point. So as much as I love all the cool percussion elements that you have going on, it may be getting a little busy, especially in the latter half when you start adding in that sort of like mid bass with the chords. You have that like high tinkling percussion. You may want to be a little bit more choosy about which percussion elements you have going on, because you don't want your mix to get blurry. You don't want to like lose headroom because you've got too many elements going on. So I'd have to see your project to see just how much you're layering together, but it might help to pare down some of the elements in your track. Let's see, what would I drop? Let's see. Yeah, good question. I mean, there is definitely a lot of good ear candy in there. So, um, hmm. So yeah, hard to say. Maybe instead of dropping some elements, you could use more of the stereo field, because I noticed you're like kind of off hats. They're kind of like right down the middle, so you can maybe put those on either side. Um, you also have like, I mean, your bass should stay in the center, of course, too. Um, um, hmm. Maybe, well, one thing I'm trying to think of is like, okay, where would you go next with this track? Like, all right, we had that kind of mid bass layer, then we added like the high chords. We still got the other like lower bass going on. I mean, at some point you're gonna wanna pull something back, right? Like maybe pull back the kick or the bass to create like a bit of suspension. There's also not necessarily well, again, I love the mood and the ambience and the vibe you've cultivated here. It feels very like immersive. So you don't necessarily need like a super strong lead element in those situations, because you know you're kind of like, it's kind of like this swirling immersive ambience around you. And I love your electric piano chords. That's I thought that was a good tonal choice for like a comping or an accompaniment type of instrument here, because that bell sound really blends in nicely with the other elements you have going on. Let me keep listening to it. Oh yeah, you do have that yeah element in there, which it would be nice to bring that back. Actually, it could be a nice thing to drop here in this section where you pulled back. If you drop that in right before you start bringing in more of these elements, that could be sort of an effective pre-drop vocal kind of idea. Another thing that could help create some more shape to your energy is to use like crash cymbals, or they don't have to be like super over the top crash cymbals, but like something relatively subdued, but just to like emphasize the downbeats in key moments where you're changing the energy up, or maybe when you're pulling back, just to kind of like accentuate certain moments. That could help, because with these sort of moody tracks, they're at risk of being a bit more like not formless, but their boundaries are more loosey goosey. So adding in a little bit of emphatic crash cymbals at certain points can help kind of keep the sausage in its casing, so to speak. What else do we got here? Honestly, if you wanted to like hum or add some vocals to it, that could be another interesting element to add. Of course, I'm also telling you that maybe you have too much going on, so maybe we shouldn't be talking about like what elements to add. Yeah, I think for me, figuring out like where you want to take this is like the really important question. Because I think you start off great. Maybe some kind of like spoken word, like if you elongated this section here where there's not as much going on, and maybe you have like a spoken word sample, maybe something. I mean, your track is called Found Objects, so is like one of the main themes that you are Like, does your song have a theme? Is there like a particular story you're trying to tell? What do you think? Sorry, I was muted. Yeah. Girls with septum piercings twirling at an ecstatic dance. Who doesn't love that? Uh, I think that's a great image to keep in mind as you're building the track, because the more vivid you can think of the world that you're building, the better. Actually, maybe another cool element would be some sort of like ambient noise with like sort of whooshing effects, maybe like some white noise through a phaser or flanger to create kind of like a swirling, trippy sort of ambient texture in the background to fill in some of the gaps. Could be cool. You could maybe have the electric piano start doing like a solo kind of thing. Like it would be cool if you, like maybe near the end of this latter section, if you pull back some of the elements, break it down to just drums and bass, and then you have the electric piano kind of start playing a little solo idea. That could be fun. Yeah, this is one of those electronic tracks that to me it's not going to have like super hard drops or like massive buildups necessarily. It's going to be more about like a subtle ebb and flow of energy provided by the different elements in your track. Yeah, something like, do I still have Ableton Live up? Let's see if I get like Serum out and I get some noise going. Oh wait, that's Serum FX. I want regular Serum. Hold on. Serum, okay, and then get some like some interesting noise going on. Wait, I wanted this. So you got that. That's like some noise with some chorus on it. If you put it through like a phaser filter, you can get something like, or comb filter as it's sometimes called. It's a bit intense, so maybe you want to dial the mix down a little bit. Try different noise types. Maybe you just want like regular pink noise. But, that with some delay and reverb on it could create some really like trippy sort of mood in the background. And then too, you can like have two different kinds of noise on either side of the stereo spectrum. So you get like a really wide stereo effect. Like if you had, a pink noise here, like group these together. I put another Serum down here. Maybe use a slightly different noise, like I don't know, this ARP circuit. And then I'll pan this one all the way to the left. I'll pan this one to the right. Hold on. This one goes to the right. You might have to level them out a little bit. Like that. And then, you know, you can adjust the different filters separately. But that could be a nice way to create a really complex, wide-sounding stereo texture to, yeah, just create extra ambience. You know, it doesn't have to be super loud. It can be very subtle in the background, but just kind of like, especially if you put like an LFO on the filter cutoff, so it, you know, modulates and has the sense of movement to it. That could be really nice. And yeah, I think you should bring back that hey vocal sample here from the beginning. Yeah, I think for me, the natural direction to take this track is like, you know, like add some elements, then take some away and provide a solo moment for, let's say, the electric piano or that, you know, kind of high synth lead you have going on, you know, feature them at different times. And then, you know, kind of like as if it were a jazz band. And, you know, you start off by just kind of establishing everyone's presence, and then each element that you want to feature gets a turn. And then maybe you have some kind of like spoken word element that, again, you can record yourself. You don't have to like try to find it anywhere. Record yourself, put it through some filters, and then, you know, at the end, kind of gradually pull all the elements back down. I think that's like an overall structure you could go for, because this does have the potential to be like a 6-8 minute long track. I think thinking about it in terms of like a jazz standard could be a good idea to keep in mind, even though you're not, you know, it's not like you're playing a popular melody at the beginning and then jamming on it a whole bunch. Kind of, you know, a little bit of a different, more modern take on that idea. I think that also helps too with if you're collaborating with someone else, because like you can each work on separate solo sections separately. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, people love getting lost in a really like deeply textured sonic environment, and especially if you want to just like completely zone out to it or get lost in the flow, or I don't know, you're fire spinning or hooping or whatever, then you know, you want that sustained energy. And again, because there's not a lot of like huge ups and downs, like massive drops or whatever, your energy is already kind of like spread out more widely. So, you know, you can make your energetic gestures longer and more flowing, more back and forth. But you know, you may also want the occasional like, you know, drum roll just to let the listener know when there's about to be some kind of like additional energy added. Like maybe like here, I mean, it doesn't even have to be a very long drum roll. It could just be like a couple, you know, could be just like a simple drum fill, just to create a little bit more contouring around the parts of the track where you add new elements. So it's not just like da da, and then up here, you know, creating, you know, smoothing out the turns that you take as you add more energy. Hey, Val. Crazy bongo fills. Yes, I think that would work nicely here. Yeah, especially if you like, you know, take some of these background elements that are, you know, they're kind of cooking, they're keeping the texture going, and then all of a sudden they play a slightly different role and do a drum fill. Because that's a nice way to, you know, one thing that Andrew Hong says is as you move through your song, you want to, you know, keep some things the same and keep some things different. So that's a nice, those drum fills are a nice moment for the, you know, like a background element to kind of get a little bit of sunlight. Or like some timbales? This could be, if you don't have any timbales in your track yet, those could be nice samples too that could work well here. Also some claps. This would be nice if you got that like ecstatic dance idea in your head. And yeah, too, in like a jazz standard, you often would have a drum solo. So, at some point you could have everything drop out and then, except for the drums, and then have it, kind of do some crazy thing. Maybe then add some cool filter sweeps near the end. So it just kind of devolves into chaos and then like bring everything back together with like the big mid bass and the, high arpeggio and melody layers. I think that could be an effective move in your track, like later in it. Yeah, and some nice spoken word to kind of do a little bit of storytelling, or make people have like trippy thoughts on the dance floor or something like that. Cool. Yeah. So I'm really, it's awesome to hear that you're working with Brent on a track. Love hearing collaborations from my former students, and I'm really excited to see where you take this one. Are y'all sharing the project file back and forth? Are you doing the like export as stems and loading it into your respective Abletons? What does your workflow look like? Okay. So a little bit of sharing the project files directly and also exporting the stems and loading them in. Yeah, I mean, that can definitely work. And exporting is especially helpful too when you don't necessarily have the same versions of this synth or that, or maybe you have different effects plugins. I guess I would just say there that session share back and forth. I'm sending many clips. I'm sending wrap up a synced collab. Okay, session wire. What is that? Okay. Oh, this is cool. So it's like video chat / interesting. Okay. Got it. So y'all are doing this remotely. How much does this cost? Okay. Got it. Okay. Like Zoom with more sound features. Okay. And I guess you can use your own DAW. They're not locking you into using their sort of worse but collaboration oriented DAW. You can use your existing tools. But does it have diffing like GitHub for audio projects? I don't see how it could. I mean, that'd be really technically complex, but interesting. Makes sense. Cool. Oh, and it supports Bitwig as well. But I guess the SessionWire itself too handles some of that because it looked like it had storage available, Vault Cloud storage. So I guess you can, within their system, you can send files back and forth pretty easily. Ooh, up to 50 guests per session. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Well, if these live streams get more popular, maybe we can get maybe I'll try doing a little Session Wire collab with someone. Cool. Anything else you wanted to touch on for the track, Shadow? Cool. All right. We've got about an hour left. So we could do a little group production exercise. I see the number of people on the stream keeps going up and down, but Shadow, I think you're the only one so far that's been on the whole time. Anyone else besides Shadow? So Shadow, if you got time and want to stick around, we can do a quick Exquisite Corpse session. If you like, or we can. All right, let's do it. Cool. Okay, so I'll set. Let's try to make 8 to 16 bars of a drop or whatever you're feeling, and then I'll set the timer for 10 minutes, and then we'll send the tracks to each other, and then we'll work on another 10 minutes, and then we'll see what we come up with. So let me get a timer going. All right. Hold on. Let's restart it. Okay. 3. Let's see. Do you have a blank template set up? Okay, that's on Discord. Oops. All right. Let's see. Doing this in the lag is tricky. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Okay, so I'm going to try to make, let's see, this much, try to fill this much time. Let's see, do I have any cool bass loops? Yeah, that's kind of cool. Oh, I remember this one. I'm gonna favorite that one because I want to reuse it. Okay, let's use that one. All right, and that's at 128. Seems like a good tempo to me. All right. Honestly, let's just throw a kick on it. Cashmere's nice. No, I want something a bit thumpier. All right, let's not that quite that thumpy. Okay, I like that one. All right, and I'm gonna go the audio route this time because I want to shorten it up to be an eighth note. So like that, roll it off a little bit. And then we will consolidate that and I'll load it into Simpler. Here. All right. Delete that. All right. Throw a for one floor loop. Okay, I think this is already pretty well side chained. Not sure. Oh. Cool. All right, let's keep printing that. Honestly, we'll just run it all the way. Like that. And then add a clap. Okay, that's a pretty good one. Let's see how we're doing on time. All right, 3 minutes down. Put that one in there. Clap, clap, clap. Oh, so that's kind of cool. It's not quite the clap sample I wanted, but find a different one. Okay. Let's try this one. Might be a little too. Let's shift it up a little bit. Let's see, shift it up. Okay, and we'll add a little bit of grit with the overdrive. I know this is in D minor, so let's add a little bit of, let's add like a, what does my pluck sound like? How about that? It's pretty cool. dun, dun, dun. We'll double some of these. Cool, like that sound. Dun, dun. What was that? Yeah, let's do that, but we'll add a little bit of swing to it. All right, hats and rides, audio, throw that on here. Yeah, let's see, warp it as beats, going forward, and this is originally 125. But we want some swing, so swing 16ths. Let's see. How's that sound? How's that sound? That's a great. Why does that sound bad? Oh, it's because I'm. There we go. All right, let's try again. All right, that was 10 minutes. All right, pencils down. Awesome, great to hear other people, or great to see some other folks on the stream. Thanks, Jackie. Shout out. Glad. Hope you enjoyed the intro to DJing video. Do not touch. Appreciate the support. Getting into Ableton here, so yeah. All right. Let me export my files, and then I will send them over to you. That's all right. File export, all right. And make sure to put the key and the tempo of your tracks as well. So just export this much. Export all individual tracks. Cool. We'll call this Exquisite Corpse. Is that gonna work? Let's see what happens. Okay. And we're gonna open this. right, we are exporting way more tracks than I was expecting. Might have to trim these down a little bit. That's okay. I thought it was going to only export the tracks that actually had some information on them, but all right. So let's see. I need kick MIDI. Let's see. Folder. Put that in there for now. All right. Need kick. I'll just do the MP3s just so it's not too much data, even though wave would be better. All right. Snares, claps. Cool. All right. Copy, paste. All right, and then need hats and rides. Make sure that one's also got some. We're good. And then last, oh, need bass and then the other one. All right. Let's see. Bass. This one should be good. Sweet. Okay. And then last one, pluck. Okay. And then we will zip this up into an archive. 128 BPM, D minor, David Schimmel. Okay, and then let me put it on drive. Let's see my tracks. New folder. Exquisite corpse. All right, and then give it the current date, 31. All right. All right, so if we're doing this again, gonna need to figure out a way to make this process a little faster, but that's okay. That's why this is the first experimental section. Oh, nice. All right, you win, Shadow. All right, copy link. All right, here's mine. All right. So now I will open up. Let's say down here. All right. Shadow, what is the tempo and key for yours? Okay, I guess we just got some. I guess there's no key yet because it's just drums, but all right. Make a. I'm gonna save mine. One exquisite corpse. All right, new project. Tempo is 134. Okay. Do something in Dorian. All right. Oh, wait, I need to hold down control when I import this so that they show up. All right. I'm ready for the next round. I got your stems loaded. How are you doing? Noted. Here, maybe I can just try sending you the individual files if it's gonna be all wonky like that. Here, I'll try sending you the individual files. Is there? I feel like WinRAR is on Mac. Also, I should have just made a regular old zip. I don't know why I made a. Oh, sorry. Didn't realize I made a RAR archive. Yeah, maybe you can download the stems here from Telegram. Where are you able to download? Oh. So I'm going to be able to come up here. To make this a fair fight, I don't want to start working on it till you're set up, Shadow. All right, cool. Cool. Ready for round 2. Good. The drums is inspiring. Kick. And hats. Yeah, let me know when you're ready for me to start the timer, Shadow. Let's see, if I'm going to do something in Dorian, it's kind of like a 2-5-1, or it'd be like, or one way to do that would be to have like a 2-5 chord progression without going to the 1. Maybe I'll make mine in D minor as well, just to keep it consistent with track I sent you, which is in D minor. Maybe I'll start looking for some. All right, ready? Okay, cool. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So get like electric piano. Good enough for me. Let's see something like that. Just something like this. I like that Do it like this. Something like that. Duplicate this. That, copy this. 3, 4. And then turn it into a minor 7 chord. C that. Maybe we want to shorten up all these hits ever so slightly. Yeah, and then let's bring in the bass line. And we'll keep that. And honestly, we're gonna need to sidechain this. All right. Let's see. Compressor. That here, and compress on the kick. Actually, sorry. I'll just put this. Put that there. Okay. And then this chord will change to a G7, so let's bring this down. Bring that down 2, and then this up 1, just like that. Yeah, now we're cooking. Oops. Cool. All right, now let's get a nice bass sound going. Let's see, presets. Not gonna be able to sample any of these. Okay, let's just let's find maybe Vital has something. Okay, MIDI track, Vital. Come on, Vital. I'll use one of those like a slap house bass. All right, slap house bass. Let's just do this. This rhythm. Dum da dum dum da da dum. Da da dum dum. Down, 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 down. Where does this be? Dead on, dead And then, yeah, now we're going to be rocking on the G. Retain some of the rhythmic ideas here. So bring this up to G. Actually, dun dun dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, in reverse. Dun, we need a lead on top of this, baby. All right. Let's see. Serum. Okay, we'll loop this part. We'll throw some serum on here. All right, what do we got in the leads department? Sounds terrible. Ugh. No. Too sad. I need just like a chill sort of lead. No. Ooh, okay, that's weird, but let's do it. My latency is real messed up. Okay. -270. -268. Okay, I guess it was already at a good. Oh, okay, we're at time. I don't know if my lead sound. Yeah, okay. I'll just keep that. All right, that's 10 minutes. Pencils down. 10 minutes are up. Want to export what we got and drop the link. Play mine over this way. And then I'll just throw a limiter on the end for extra juice, maximize auto, bring that threshold down. put the look ahead up. Give it some gas. Didn't have time to add any crash symbols anywhere, but okay, we did get a solid 30 or 40 seconds here, so that's good. It's a good starter. Let's see. 31, David X Shadow. Explicit corpse. All right. I can go ahead and play what I got. I guess maybe next time I should mute myself or mute my audio on the stream so it's more of a surprise when when I play my final version, but whatever. All right, let's see where Shadow took the pieces that I gave to him. Let's go. Nice. I love where that was going. I love like that kind of almost acidy kind of synth we were getting into there. I think that would be a really cool direction to take it, like bringing some old school acidy synth sounds. I'd probably want to bring down the volume of that pluck. You know, it's probably my fault for having it up so loud because it's more of like at least in this track, I feel like it functions more as a textural or background element, you know, helping to create some harmonies. But yeah, I loved hearing that crazy lead swooping in. I think that would, that you know, that's already setting us. I think a nice structure for this kind of song too would be like, you know, we add in the acid synth, and then we kind of like build it up, and then we like have some big impact sound to like release all the tension, and then we bring in the main theme, so it has kind of like a trance-like structure where you have sort of a powerful, energetic intro that doesn't really, you know, it kind of establishes some sounds, but doesn't kind of, it doesn't necessarily have like a clear lead or main theme idea. And then, you know, we break all that tension down, reset to ground zero. Then we add more of a like main thematic element, like a really powerful melody. And then over time, we like, you know, add more build-up style elements, start to increase the energy again, and then bring in some of those like sounds in the intro, but interweave them with our new melody. And then for the outro, we just kind of do all that in reverse. So yeah, I think this could definitely become an entire song in a pretty straightforward manner. Any commentary you want to add, Shadow? BITM. All right, we got a new acronym on the stream. Banger in the making. Oh yeah, I mean, I could definitely see people getting down to this. Maybe I could drop it in my next set. Cool. All right, let me play what I throw on top of Shadow's stems. Here we go. Yeah. So there we go. Probably the thing about this I like the most is the bass line. I think it's got a lot of good rhythm and punch to it. Not really too pleased with the lead here at the end. It's kind of getting some latency when I was trying to record the lead, and the tone isn't exactly what I wanted. Also probably have the electric piano here mixed a little hot, and it's a little bit too mechanical, even though I tried to add a little bit of dynamics here with the Daft Punk Got Nothing on Us. Oh yeah. I mean, all we need now is the helmets. Do you want me to send you back the track, the stems? Yeah, lead is. I'm totally with you there on having fun with the lead. Like that's where you can be kind of the most expressive and flowing and stuff. Yeah, let me take the limiter off. I think the EP is also kind of clipping a little bit, but that's okay. And yeah, and also this sort of like chord buildup idea. It's a little Broadway, but it can also work in dance music. Nothing says we can't steal from other completely different genres. What else? What else would I add here? Yeah, I don't know. Would probably continue with the lead idea, maybe make it a little bit jazzier, more interesting. Here I was trying to go for something more like a main idea, which is why I had a little bit more repetition in the notes and the rhythms. But if you wanted to make it more like a solo where you're kind of going all over the place with it, could do that. I also I don't really like this rhythm in general for the EP. Probably something a little bit more, like an interesting jazz comping style. Funky and new disco. Okay, yeah, I could definitely see that. Because especially because the bass, sounds kind of like a slap bass, and that kind of helps give it that groovy feel. Let's see what could help make this even more new disco. Maybe like some like random clavichord riffs. That could be cool. And like some like random synth fills could also be fun. All right, Shao, you're coming out with a lot of great acronyms here. What's this one? Change the like a word. Oh yeah, some cool when the bass comes in, that would be cool to have it instead of just immediately going dun dun dun, like if it went room. That would be sick. Yeah, we'd throw a little crash cymbal here. Maybe some really crisp, clean guitar to create some more choppy percussive texture. That could be cool. Also, I think it probably needs a little bit of like strings or like a pad sound because the electric piano and the bass are both pretty plucky. So it's kind of creating maybe a drier sort of sound than we really want. So if we had some, lush pads to kind of fill in the space a little bit, I think that could also make, give it a kind of more expensive quality. Um, but yeah, I think we're already off to a great start here with the jams. Thanks for the Dorian prompt. I think another variation of this I want to try is we'll use AI to generate like we'll each prompt an AI to generate like a beat or a song or whatever, and then we'll bring that into our DAWs and we will try to recreate it or we'll build on top of it and have a little John Henry versus the steam engine kind of vibes here. But AI is really good, I think, for solving the blank slate problem. It can get us that initial bit of fire to get the creative juices flowing, and then we build on top of that, or we use it as inspiration, but take it in a completely different direction, and then we can do a before and after comparison of here's what the AI made, and then here's where we took it. So maybe we'll try that one next time. But yeah, let me go ahead and export this for you, Shadow, in case you want to go further with it. I wonder if I can export audio, all individual, selected tracks only. Okay, there we go. So let me just do, well, I guess I only have 6 tracks here. EP plus bass plus lead. Okay, and this time I won't zip it into a RAR file. How about that? Export. Stems, send them back. I don't know. Of course, if we keep bouncing these down to MP3, by the end, they're going to sound like absolute garbage, but whatever. Maybe I'll give you the waves this time. Wait, did it work? Hold on. Okay, that didn't, seems like that didn't export anything. Hold on, let me try again. All right, file, export. Is something muted? Hold on. No? Okay, hold on. File, let me just do all individual tracks. Okay, export. All right, let's try again. All right, something's happening. All right. Did that work? Sweet. Okay. New zip archive. There we go. David, or Shadow. This one is Shadow, then David. And then sort of page by type with okay, all this. Okay, we don't need all the group there. Get the base. Okay, delay, reverb, delay. Okay, everything. Don't need reference. Okay, hats, kick, lead, EP, claps. Okay, bass. Okay, I think this should be everything. All right. All right, and then oh wow, can you really send 26 megabyte files through Telegram? Okay, that's good to know. Awesome. cool. Well, we've got about 7 minutes left. Shadow, I think you're the only one on the stream, so is there anything you want me to, I don't know, go over or demonstrate or, all right, what do we got here? Let me try loading this MIDI file in and see what, I just want to download it. Just download it. Save as, okay, there we go. All right. Oh yeah, let me just open my recent set. Let's see if I can throw it in there. Okay, let's see what we got. All right, so duplicate that, duplicate these, duplicate the bass line or the hats, duplicate the claps, duplicate the kick. All right, so now let's try loading that into Serum. All right, so I got acid MIDI.mid, put that in there. No. Right, let's see if I have that Acid 101 preset. Though I think you're using, it looks like you're using Serum 2, so I might not have that. Let me see if there's anything called like Acid in regular old Serum. Okay, that's like a, okay. Oh, I gotta update my Serum. All right. Let's try this one. I don't know. Yeah, I can get two. I can. Yeah, I have the trial version somewhere downloaded. I don't think I connected for free, but let me check. Let's see. Upgrade to Serum 2. Who gets Serum? Oh, I guess I can get Serum 2 for free. Okay, sweet. Thank you for letting me know. I thought I was gonna have to drop $200 on that thing. All right, well I'll do that after the stream. But okay, let me turn down this. Let me turn down my pluck. I'm thinking we need like a few more notes in here. Something like that. Or if we just try doing this. Just experimenting here a little bit. Yeah. There's definitely something there. Down, 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 yeah, I liked your preset better, Shadow. It sounded more modern and I don't know, juicy, ambient. Let's see if I can play it again. Fast forward here. Yeah, also got some cool bits going on. Yeah, I think if we just threw some automation on the lead sound that you had, then we'd really be cooking. Some automation on this filter event. Really be cooking. All right, so next time we'll make like a really hard hitting acid kind of track, but maybe with some funky elements. Maybe that could be maybe like like acid techno meets new disco / funk. That could be a generative genre crossover that we could try to experiment with. Cool. Well, it's been 2 hours and I got a train to catch, but thank you, Shadow, especially for making this first electronic music production seminar a success. Definitely learned a lot. And we're going to do the next one on April 10th. So I'll try to actually promote this one a little bit more so we get more people in the mix. But all right, every time, all right, I'm going to hold you that. But really appreciate the support. And everyone, enjoy the rest of your evening or morning or whatever time it is, wherever you're listening from. Peace.